Well, for more than a decade, Vivian King reported and anchored here at TMJ4. She then decided to get out of broadcasting and went to work at Roundy's and Aurora, then always in positions with a focus on the community.
But one October morning, while at a community breakfast, Vivian passed out. Turns out she had a stroke. She was just 49, and the culprit was a prescription drug. Vivian survived and wrote this book, When the Words Suddenly Stopped, Finding My Voice Again After a Massive Stroke. Viv joins us this morning to talk about her new book and her experiences of surviving a stroke. It's so good to see you, Viv.
It's good to see you too. Thanks for having me today. I'm glad to be here to talk.
I'm glad that you're here too. You look absolutely beautiful, but I'm sure there was a time that was sort of touch and go when some medical people thought maybe you wouldn't be here to talk to us today.
Absolutely. October 25th, 2013 was really a day that I will never forget. And people around me will never forget. I was at the Girl Scouts breakfast and I passed out. I had a seizure. They called 911. The doctors rushed me to Aurora Sinai. I was there for under an hour when they told me that I needed to go to St. Luke's, and I had to go to neurological ICU at St. Luke's. I was there for 10 days, in the hospital for a total of 32 days, and it was all because I was taking birth control pills over the age of 40. The weird thing was that I didn't have high blood pressure. I didn't have history of stroke in my family, so they were searching to find out what exactly caused this, and birth control pills over the age of 40 caused blood clots. And that blood clot traveled to my brain, went to the left side of my brain over the part that manages your speech. It bled out, and I could not talk for 3.5 weeks. And therein lies why I wrote the title, When the Words Suddenly Stopped, because I couldn't talk. And it was quite scary for my family and friends that were around me.
And your family and friends couldn't visit you during that time. Is that correct, while you were healing?
Well, not everybody. So I had a core group of friends and family, about 5 to 7 people that were allowed to come in and out. And but the doctors told them that my brain did not need overstimulation. And so to have people in and out would overwork my brain, if you will. And so they said, we need to limit the number of people who come. And so you need to just tell people that. And so really good friends who you hear from in the book were upset because they couldn't come see me right away. And so that was another thing that I had to deal with afterwards, apologizing to everybody to say, hey, it wasn't me. It was my doctors and friends trying to protect me from overstimulation of my brain at the time.
Yeah, it makes sense. Why then did you decide that you wanted to share this story? Because it was a very painful experience for you. Why share it in a book?
Well, I want to make a difference. I want to begin the dialogue about the causes of stroke. Birth control pills is just one, but your mind, stress, a lot of things can cause dis-ease in your body, and we need to talk about those. But the birth control pills over 40 is something that I really wanted to get out in the public, because when I talk to people about my stroke and the cause of it, half of the women say, yes, my doctor took me off of birth control pills in my mid-30s because he said, I don't want you to have a stroke. The other half say, what? I'm still taking birth control pills. So you really need to talk to your doctor about it. A low dose of estrogen can cause a blood clot, but you need to really talk to your doctor to get the right one for you, and the right mix, if you will, for you. So we need to talk about that. The other thing is, I talked to a researcher who said, I'm glad you're writing this book because there's not enough research about this. And so more and more people need to know about it. More and more researchers need to know about it. People need to volunteer for research projects, because we really need to get to the bottom of this. A lot of times, what is researched is based on historically white males were most of the people that were being tested for different drugs. And so now we need to have women, we need to have people of color, because various drugs that may work for a white man may not work for me, that may work for a white woman may not work for me. And so that's one thing that I really want to kind of get through to people in the public about this book and about strokes and about medicine in general.
I think there's so many incredible messages that you're sharing and things that people can learn. Obviously, your story as well. I know your launch was canceled, but you are doing a Facebook launch, and so people can follow you on there and also get your book online as well, correct?
Exactly. The book is on Amazon, and I know they're doing non-essential deliveries these days, but my book is also at Boswell Bookstore, which is where my launch was going to be. And so Boswell is doing a great thing. I think they're being very creative during this pandemic that we're under at this time, and they are delivering books that you purchase from them if you purchase more than $15 worth. And so my book is more than that, just a little bit more. The hardback is $24.99. The paperback is $16.99 plus tax. And so if you order, they will deliver it to you if you're in Wisconsin. So I think, and they'll deliver it to you for free, I should say. So I'm really excited about that. So
Well,
they're helping me anyway.
Yeah, Viv, and a great way to support a local business too. So I'm glad you
Yes.
mentioned that about Boswell. Thank you so
Congratulations.
much. Yeah, and congratulations on your book.
Thank you very much. You all stay safe.
Thanks,
too.
you too. And here again is the book, When the Words Suddenly Stopped, Finding My Voice Again After a Massive Stroke, written by Vivian King. Such a wonderful book. Thank you so
Beautiful.
much.